Wait, hold on. I'm gonna jump in on this convo because I care about the topic. Are you sure? I've been following it in the Subnautica subreddit, and the impression I got was that they fired the heads, who had gone fairly hands-off. They also extended their deadline for a large bonus payout the employees stood to get if the game launched by 2025. There was a big upset at first because people thought it was being done to avoid the payout for delaying the game. But the sub actually seems to think it might not have been a bad call. Is that true? Has there been vindication? Reddit? Subnautica. There is only pain? Well, that would be bad news. What the heck? Update on Subnautica 2 early access. Hold on. Would it be like top post of the past month? Do not buy Subnautica 2. Okay, hold on. They have fired all 3 original founders of Unknown Worlds. You know, nothing makes me feel more confident in this Reddit post when they didn't bother to spell Unknown Worlds correctly. This is unknown, possibly unknown, you know? When something's known by the unk. Been known to happen. So the devs wouldn't receive 250 million bonuses. I will say, though, do the devs of Subnautica 2 really deserve $250 million in bonuses? That does seem like quite an excessive payout to me. I don't know. I would like to know, like, the current state of the discourse, I suppose. Yes, Crafton removed Charlie Cleveland, Ted Gill, and Max McGuire from their positions at Unknown Worlds. Yes, they've delayed Subnautica 2, in turn wiping out any chance of these 3 getting that 250 million bonus. Yeah, so is just going to those 3? 250 million to 3 people? Look, I liked Subnautica a lot, all right? But that is quite a lot of money. The bonus was for the management who promised to share it with the rest of the team. Is that true? Was it for the full studio? Was it actually for the full studio, or did they say they were going to spread it around? Because of course they would say they were going to spread it around if they just lost the bonus. The actual devs were set to get 25 million company-wide, according to Crafton. This going ahead, regardless of performance. Okay, so according to this Reddit post, and nobody would ever lie in a Reddit post, the bonuses that are going out to the actual developers are still going through, but the enormous payout that was going to the 3 people at the top aren't. Crafton are accusing these 3 of not fulfilling their duties as creative and technical leads in Subnautica 2, or Subnautica 2, perhaps, leading to mismanagement and delays. I don't know. Anyone else not a huge fan of Subnautica Below Zero? I will never understand this, man. They do the same thing with horror game sequels. They did the same thing with, like, Dead Space 2 and 3 and stuff. Well, Dead Space 3 mostly. What is the point of having a game that's built mostly on its atmosphere of isolation and loneliness and stuff, and then being like, what if we peppered you with dialogue the whole time, you know? Oh, Subnautica 1 was renowned for, like, its incredible atmosphere and the depth of the world, literally and figuratively, that you get to experience and being captivating with basically no real dialogue outside of a few, you know, capsule, you know, story related stuff. Yeah, what if we just made everything louder? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand that drive. They just needed to add combat. They don't need to add combat. I don't think there should be combat in Subnautica. Not real combat, right? Combat would ruin it for me. Many such cases. Combat doesn't really mix well in horror. It depends. I don't know. It's complicated. I don't know. It depends. The Subnautica situation is crazy. That is true. They intentionally delayed it to not give the devs a bonus. No. What we're reading is that that's misinformation. That it seems like what happened was legitimate, and that the owning company didn't actually do anything wrong. Oh, I am dumb? No, you're not dumb. That was just what was commonly understood. That's what people were posting about. Who wrote this? A lay epic Redditor. That's all you need to know. Maybe stuff like stun weapons, but any real weapon drive out the horror aspect. Plus, there's already a lore reason of why there's no real weaponry in Subnautica. Yeah. You know, you're not like a military expedition or anything. You're just, you know, using blueprints of scientific equipment, you know? I don't think combat necessarily ruins horror, but I did always think it's kind of silly that you can, like, stasis freeze a Leviathan and spend 20 minutes poking it to death, you know? God, I fucking hate Reddit so much, dude. My plan is to wait and see if it's good. If so, I buy. If not, I don't buy. Revolutionary plan, I know. Wait. You mean to say we can all observe the game and situation and make our own decisions? We don't need to all come to a consensus and act the same as each other? Get out of here. No, we must all act as one with as little information as possible. Maybe even starting to come up with our own information instead of gathering more as it comes. Don't be a Subnautica scab. fucking... You think they ever get tired of upvoting the same stuff over and over? Jesus, like, as bad as Twitter is now, like, there's one thing Twitter has that you're not going to get here or on Blue Sky, and it's wit. Not for everyone, mind you, but there is wit present on the site. It exists. It's been known to exist. Subreddits can be completely different. You're posting like them again. Whoa, are you telling me not every single subreddit is the same? That's crazy. Never got into Reddit. It's probably the least fascist social media site. Also frequently the most insufferable. Yeah, probably. Is Twitter not more insufferable now? No, than Reddit? On average? Probably not, no. I don't know how you can say Reddit's more insufferable when you regularly engage with Twitter. Because just Reddit's more insufferable. I don't know what you want. Twitter's more Nazi. Like, Twitter's more hate-filled. There's lots of negative things that Twitter beats Reddit out on. But insufferability is just... I just think of that as a Reddit and Blue Sky thing, you know? Yeah, gonna have to disagree with you on this one. Twitter is so much worse than Reddit, using both regularly. Well, good thing that I said more insufferable and not worse. You have to work on your reading comprehension, or perhaps in this case, your listening comprehension, my friend. You can believe one thing is worse than the other, but that the second thing is more insufferable than the first thing. Insufferability is not the same as bad. Different things. Stephen Miller is very, very, very bad, but he's not that insufferable. That's not really the term that I would go to for him.